Fred Vasseur's future at Ferrari has just taken a dramatic turn after weeks of internal doubts, rising tensions and on-track disasters. The team has finally made a decision that could reshape the entire Scuderia. No more speculation. No more hiding behind press statements. Ferrari's top leadership is now moving in silence, but with intent. And what's happening behind closed doors is more serious than anyone imagined. Because this isn't just about a poor race here or a strategy mistake there. We're talking about a winless season 10 races in. A car that's gone backwards, drivers publicly frustrated, and a team that looks increasingly lost while McLaren, Mercedes and Red Bull pull further ahead. The tipping point? Montreal. A weekend that exposed not only the car's flaws, but the cracks in Ferrari's structure. And now, sources confirm it. Ferrari's hierarchy has started preparing for life after Fred Vasseur. The Christian Horner approach may have failed, but that was only the beginning. Antonello Coletta, the man behind Ferrari's unstoppable run in endurance racing, is now emerging as a serious replacement. And with internal confidence in Vasseur collapsing, it's no longer a matter of if, but when. So don't blink. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay until the end. Because what Ferrari just decided might be the clearest sign yet that change is no longer coming. It's already underway. Let's now unravel what this shocking decision really means. Because it's not just about Fred Vasseur losing favour with the Ferrari board. It's about a team collapsing under the weight of its own expectations, and a structure that no longer fits the demands of modern Formula One. This isn't a simple case of a few bad race weekends. This is a foundational crisis, one that's forcing Ferrari to consider whether their current leadership is capable of steering the ship at all. Fred Vasseur was meant to bring order, to simplify the chaos that had haunted Ferrari since the post-Arrivabene era. When he stepped in, he wasn't just tasked with performance improvement. He was meant to rewrite the way Ferrari operated from the inside out. In 2024, it looked like that transformation was beginning to take shape. A few race wins, consistent podiums, and a Constructors' Championship fight that lasted until the final weeks of the season gave the impression that the Scuderia had finally found a steady hand to guide them forward. The noise had quieted. The culture was stabilizing. And Vasseur, pragmatic and calm, had earned the confidence of Maranello. But all of that progress has unraveled in 2025. The new car, the SF25, was supposed to be an evolution. Instead, it has become a symbol of regression. Ferrari abandoned their solid 2024 platform in favour of a risky new concept. And that concept, one that Vasseur reportedly championed, has backfired spectacularly. From the first race, the car has suffered from inconsistent balance, tyre degradation, brake overheating, and aero inefficiency. No matter the circuit or the weather, the SF25 has struggled to find a window of performance. And now, with every disappointing weekend, the cracks Vasseur was meant to seal are reopening. Worse yet, the team's two star drivers, Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc, have begun to express their discontent more openly. Hamilton, brought in as a catalyst for cultural change, now sounds less like an ambassador for the project and more like a skeptic. Hinted at dysfunction, referenced issues in the background, and questioned strategic decisions in public. Leclerc, once Ferrari's golden child, seems increasingly detached. His post-race radio messages swing between hopeless frustration and quiet resignation. For a driver who once dreamed of winning titles in red, the energy is now that of a man exhausted by repeating mistakes. Internally, the situation is no less alarming. Several engineers have allegedly raised concerns about development priorities being ignored or overridden by management. The pit wall has come under fire for repeated strategic missteps, decisions that have cost the team valuable positions and momentum. Montreal was a turning point. After that chaotic race weekend, where Hamilton was undercut by his own strategy and Leclerc was eliminated in Q1, Ferrari's top brass reportedly held private discussions, not about salvaging the season, but about finding a replacement for Fred Vasseur. This shift in tone within Maranello is seismic. Historically, Ferrari have been slow to act when it comes to team principles. They've favored internal loyalty, patience, and careful image management. But their failed approach to Christian Horner earlier this year signaled something radical. They are now willing to act decisively. Horner rejected their offer, but the very fact that Ferrari reached out confirms that Vasseur is no longer seen as indispensable. In his place, attention has turned to Antonello Coletta. While less well known to casual fans, Coletta is a respected figure within Ferrari's broader motorsport structure. As the head of the endurance racing program, he has overseen Ferrari's incredible resurgence in WEC, culminating in back-to-back Le Mans victories and an undefeated 2025 campaign so far. His reputation for discipline, structure, and operational excellence contrasts starkly with the current F1 mess, and that's precisely why many inside Ferrari now see him as the ideal figure to restore order. But replacing Vasseur wouldn't just be a tactical change, it would be a fundamental shift in philosophy. The move would signal Ferrari's intent to abandon the slow, cautious evolution that has defined their recent past, and instead embrace a new, assertive model. A model that doesn't wait 3 seasons to evaluate leadership. A model that demands results now. And in today's hyper-competitive F1 landscape, that urgency might be exactly what's needed. Pressure on Vasseur is no longer just external. Sponsors, shareholders, even key members of the Scuderia's executive board have reportedly grown impatient. They've watched Ferrari throw away podiums due to tyre calls, misjudge weather windows, and fail to extract pace from a car that was supposed to be a title contender. And perhaps most worryingly of all, they've seen a driver pairing that should be the envy of the grid. Hamilton and Leclerc, reduced to playing damage control. With each passing weekend, the question is shifting. It's no longer, can Vasseur fix this? It's, can Ferrari afford to wait any longer? Because if things don't improve, he won't just lose his job. He'll become the latest in a long line of team principles chewed up and spat out by the unforgiving machinery of Ferrari's internal politics. That's the real crisis. Not just that Vasseur might go, but that Ferrari might continue cycling through leadership without addressing the systemic flaws that undermine every new era. And if that happens, no amount of talent, on the pit wall or in the cockpit, will be enough to break the pattern. So, while the world focuses on Vasseur, the truth is this. Ferrari's shocking decision isn't just about one man. It's about whether the Scuderia still remembers how to build something that lasts. So, don't look away now, because what's unfolding inside Ferrari isn't just turbulence. It's a slow collapse of something much deeper: belief. Belief in a project that was meant to change everything. Belief in a leadership that promised stability. Belief in a team that was finally supposed to stop falling short. And all of that is now cracking under the relentless weight of expectation, failure, and internal silence. Fred Vasseur came in as the man to restore order, but order has turned into hesitation, and hesitation into chaos. The garage no longer operates with conviction. The strategy wall makes calls with more fear than vision. And both drivers, Leclerc and Hamilton, men who were supposed to carry Ferrari into a new golden era, now speak like passengers on a ship that's lost its compass. This is no longer about who's right or wrong. It's about whether Ferrari can still function as a unit when the pressure reaches boiling point. Whispers of replacement. The rising shadow of Antonello Coletta. The public frustration from drivers. The fading patience of fans. All of it paints a picture of a team teetering on the edge of yet another reset. What makes this moment different is the sense that Ferrari may finally be willing to pull the trigger. To accept that the current system isn't broken, it's obsolete. That keeping things as they are won't preserve stability. It will guarantee stagnation. And for a team with Ferrari's history, ambition, and pride, that's the real danger. So hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications Because we're not just watching a leadership crisis. We're witnessing a decision that could either restore Ferrari's identity or shatter it beyond repair. The next chapter is coming fast, and it won't wait for anyone.